Constitutional Culture in Rwanda, Social Norms in Practices and Narratives is a research project that started from December 2022. Its team of researchers is made up of Dr. Safari Kambanda as the principal investigator, Dr. Vedast Ndizera, Dr. Celestin Ndikumana, Mr. Janvier Murenzi, and Mrs. Rosine Uineza. All researchers are staff members in the School of Governance, Development and Society. The project aimed to explore and document expressions of the Rwandan constitutional culture in social norms. From a non-normative perspective, the study sought to describe what Rwandans conceptualized as being a citizen, what a good nation meant to them, and how this conceptualization evolved over time from the pre-colonial period to the modern era. Considering culture as a pillar of the study, the researchers sought to determine the sources of data to be used were literary sources, including history textbooks, besides tradition, socio-economic and political activities, kwita amazina, and religious practices were focused on. The data used was obtained from literary and archival search. To complement that, we have identified key respondents for interview such as artists, Association of Film Industries, Rwandan writers, staff of museum, Huye and Kigali, politicians, members of parliament, members of the Rwandan Elders Advisory Forum, Rwanda Academic of Language and Cultures, as well as focus group which is composed by Abunzi, traditional mediators, elder people, and members of National Youth Council at sector level. In the first phase of data collection, we managed to collect interviews from 4 members of the Rwandan Parliament, 2 men, 2 deputies, and 2 senators. 2 members of Rwanda Elders Advisory Forum, and 2 senior officials of Rwandan Academic of Language and Culture. We have also collected focus group discussions with elderly people and Abunzi committees in 1 district of each of the 4 provinces, Bugesera in Eastern Province, Muhanga in the South, Nyabihu in West, and Musanze in North. Preliminary findings indicate a number of practices and narratives as sources of social norms, while recognizing social norms as rules that govern behavior in groups and societies. We identified the following norms: respect of authority, ntawuterubuye ku karere, power sharing, nta mugabo umwe, gender equality, promotion of good health, amagara araramirwa ntamirwa, protection of the social environment, rule of law, power belonging to the people, fighting divisionism, fighting genocide ideology, social welfare, equal opportunity and social justice, dialogue and consensus building, respect of rights, right to life, freedom of movement and residence, sacredness and inviolability of the human being, right to marry, to education, uburere buruta ubuvuke, right to give a name to one's children, state responsibility to protect human beings, equality before the law, respect of privacy, inviolability of a home, participation, asylum, right to private property, freedom of conscience and religion, right to strike, and freedom of association. Respondents have also focused on institutions such as Abiru or the guardians of the esoteric code of the Rwandan monarchy in the pre-colonial era. The esoteric code, as a central governance institution, played more or less the role of the constitution in the era of the republic. The rules of succession, the relationship of nations' key institutions of power, such as the Queen Mother and the families they were to come from, and other key secrets of the kingdom were kept by Abiru. They were guardians of the tradition and kept the secrets of the kingdom. They also advised and counseled the king and kept the royal drum, Karinga. They were, in the modern sense, real constitutionalists of the kingdom. The study further found that important societal values and norms were, in pre-colonial Rwanda, encapsulated within a system of taboos taught and enforced mainly by the nucleus family and further by various other institutions. These taboos were followed seriously as strict rules governing behavior and relationship. In the modern era, some of those norms are less strictly obeyed despite them being codified within the Constitution and other laws. In the second phase of data collection, the research team intends to collect more documentary and interview data, focusing on how the constitutional culture in pre-colonial Rwanda informs the constitution in the modern era. Thank you.